Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this. This is my review video here of Max Payne 3, which came out last month. Finally reviewed it. The review is on my site, link in the description if you want to check and see what I gave it out of 10, because I do not give it here as a way to fucking extort you to go to my goddamn website. Click the link. But Max Payne 3 is a pretty awesome game. It is a very amazing game, quite honestly. It's got everything. It's got everything. It's got a great story. It's got pretty good gameplay, which we'll get into later. It's got a great soundtrack. It's very immersive. So we'll start with the basics. If you don't, let me fix this tripod. It's fucking crooked. Alright, anyway. Anyway, Max Payne 3. So if you haven't played Max Payne, I have not played Max Payne 1 and 2, and I understood the story fluently. So, again, if you haven't played Max Payne 1 or 2, don't be discouraged. But essentially, it's been 9 years in-game for Max Payne, and he's matured a little bit. He's become a drug addict and an alcoholic. And he gets shipped off to Brazil to protect wealthy people. And what goes wrong, you might ask? Well, the wealthy people get kidnapped, and that fuels Max's. He wants revenge, and he wants to get these people back because they paid him good money to protect him, and he uncovers a government conspiracy and everything. It's in Brazil, which is pretty awesome. The game looks great. Absolutely amazing this game looks. The graphics look amazing. It smartly pre-renders the game as you are in cutscenes, which can be problematic because if you want to play through the game again, you essentially cannot skip cutscenes because it's preloading during the cutscene. And if you're a casual gamer and don't give a shit about the cutscenes, you can't skip it, so you're going to have to sit. And I can kind of see people going, oh, fuck this, I don't want to play it anymore because the cutscenes in this game go on forever. But if you're invested in the story, the cutscenes are really well done. The voice acting is amazing. James McCaffrey returns to voice Max Payne. And Rockstar have done their usual, all the side characters, they hire pretty much no-name actors who do a great job. So the gameplay in Max Payne is probably the weakest thing. It's just, every game has bugs, but the gameplay bugs or problems in this game sometimes combine together and they just fuck the whole game up sometimes. For example, you can bullet dodge, and you can bullet time. For those who don't know what bullet time is, it slows the game down and you can just pick shots off and then you go back to regular mode. So bullet dodge is you tap the right bumper and you go flying, like you jump up and you dive through the air. But if you hit anything, like if you're doing it in an office and you slightly graze a table, like I mean slightly, bam, straight back into the action. There's problems with the cover system not working very well. There's problem with guns that refuse, like sometimes the gun will shoot directly up in the air, that's got me killed. Sometimes the gun won't shoot at all. These all happen in multiplayer. Pretty much all these bugs happen in multiplayer as well, by the way. And there's no smooth transition, so if you do bullet dive and you're on the ground, Max Payne can pretty much turn 360 while laying on the ground, but there's no transition to cover. So you push the cover button, he stands up, and as you stand up, you probably get shot in the face and die, and then you gotta start again. So he stands up, stumbles around, and then he gets behind cover. And not only that, but for a guy who can jump and do all this acrobatic stuff, he moves so slow. Oh, it's painful. Max Payne's movement is extremely stiff in this game, as it is in pretty much all Rockstar games. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, boot up Grand Theft Auto or boot up Red Dead Redemption, go to a building where there's stairs and try and walk up the stairs. And you'll notice that, oh, I missed the stairs. Now I've got to walk around and 180, go up the stairs again, 360, go up the stairs. That happens a lot. But other than that, the gameplay is fine. It's a linear third-person shooter, so don't expect open-world stuff. Why you would anyway, I don't know. Probably because Rockstar is on the front of the cover. But that's about it. So, another thing, this is with the story, is that Max Payne is an unbelievably immersive character, and he's really down to earth, and as you play, he narrates the game and the story in his head and out loud. But the problem I have is that he literally kills thousands of people. And I understand that it's a video game, and I have this problem with Uncharted as well. It just kind of takes away from the experience, and it kind of takes away the believability. I completely understand that it's a video game, but sometimes that hurts games, and especially in Uncharted and Max Payne 3 for me. And that's only because Max Payne 3 is an extremely immersive game. Brazil looks perfect, sounds perfect. Max Payne is a great character. They even have, as people in Brazil speak Portuguese, when the characters are speaking Portuguese in cutscenes, there's no subtitles. Even if you have subtitles on, it doesn't have subtitles. So I thought that that was a great addition because you're playing as Max Payne and he can't speak Portuguese and neither can you. So unless you can actually speak Portuguese, you ain't going to understand what they're saying. But that doesn't happen very often, so it's not like it's a good thing, not a bad thing. Max Payne 3 comes with a multiplayer mode that is hit or miss. You will love it or you will hate it. There is no middle ground. It's terrible connections, it's laggy, it's buggy, it's way too deep than it needs to be. Again, I had this problem with Uncharted 3. People aren't going to stay around to play Max Payne 3 online when Call of Duty comes out. People are going to play Max Payne 3 maybe for a few days or a week and go back to Battlefield, Call of Duty, FIFA, whatever. They're not going to stay around Max Payne. I am, because friends are playing it and I kind of like the multiplayer and I'm really sick of every other game. But the average person is not going to want to sit there and go through the length that it takes to level up and rank guns up. You can rank guns, you can level up, change your character, and there's 6 different characters you can choose from because different factions play on different maps. There's only about 4 maps in the Gang Wars, which is what I play, which is disappointing, but they have promised like 9 map packs or something, which is ridiculous. Because again, people aren't going to want to hang around. I don't understand why they made it so deep. Probably because people are still playing Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, but I don't think the people at Rockstar realise that nobody is playing the competitive game modes. Everyone plays that to do open world. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Max Payne 3 is a great game that I would recommend to anyone. If you're a fan of story games, you're probably going to like this a lot more. If you like raw gameplay, still play it, because it's a really solid game. Rent it and see if you like it. But for some people, I can understand that this whole game might be hit or miss. For me, it was definitely a hit. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Tell me what you think of Max Payne 3 if you have played it already. I'm out. Au revoir.